We live in a world powered by electricity, by invisible currents that flow into every corner of our lives. We wake up, and with a simple tap on our smartphones, our day begins. We check messages, read the news, and see what the weather holds. Throughout the day, this reliance continues with laptops, tablets, and smart TVs. We stream movies, connect with loved ones through video calls, and work from home. Our homes are getting smarter, responding to our voices or the tap of an app. Every one of these actions depends entirely on a steady, uninterrupted flow of power, an unseen transaction upon a global system. The comfort and ease of our digital habits are built upon a very real and very demanding infrastructure. It is difficult to comprehend the sheer scale of our collective digital activity. Every single minute, the world sends hundreds of millions of emails and text messages. Every minute, we conduct millions of online searches and watch millions of hours of video content. Each of these individual actions may seem insignificant, a tiny drop of data in a vast ocean. But when we add these drops together, they form a torrent. A torrent of information that requires an immense amount of energy to manage, to store, and to transmit across the globe. This is a global phenomenon, connecting billions of people in a web of constant digital interaction. This digital expansion is not slowing down. In fact, it is accelerating. New technologies are emerging that place even greater demands on our energy resources. The rise of artificial intelligence, for instance, requires computational power on a level we have never seen before. Training a single AI model can consume as much electricity as hundreds of households use in an entire year. Similarly, the world of cryptocurrency relies on a process called mining, where powerful computers solve complex problems. This process is incredibly energy-intensive, with some cryptocurrency networks consuming more power than entire countries. The devices in our hands are also part of this equation. The journey of a smartphone, from its creation to its disposal, is an energy-intensive story. It begins with the mining of rare earth minerals, often in difficult and environmentally damaging conditions. The manufacturing process itself, assembling tiny, complex components into a finished product, requires vast amounts of electricity and water. Then, these devices are shipped around the world, adding to their carbon footprint before they are even switched on for the very first time. The sleek gadget in our pocket has a long and complicated history. So while we enjoy the benefits of this hyper-connected age, an invisible crisis is unfolding. The energy demand of our digital lives is growing unsustainably, putting immense pressure on our planet's resources and contributing to climate change. The convenience we cherish comes at a price that is paid in carbon emissions, in depleted natural resources, and in the environmental toll of our consumption. It is a price we can no longer afford to ignore. We must look beyond the screen and understand the true power dynamics at play in our modern digital world. It is time to face the consequences. Our smartphones, laptops, and tablets are remarkable feats of engineering, but they all share a fundamental need: a constant supply of electricity. Consider charging a phone, a daily ritual for billions. This small act adds up to a significant global energy demand. The very use of these devices consumes power. The bright screens are one of the most power-hungry components. The number of these devices is staggering and continues to grow. There are now more connected devices than people. This ever-present glow has changed our relationship with energy. We rarely picture the small, glowing screen in our hand, yet the collective energy draw represents a rapidly growing frontier of global power demand. Beyond device power lies the energy for displayed content. Video streaming, a popular activity, transfers massive global data. Data travels from distant data centers through networks to our devices, requiring electricity. Video streaming dominates internet traffic, demanding relentless infrastructure. This digital river of HD video requires enormous energy to power servers and networks. Pressing play starts an energy-intensive global chain. Higher resolutions increase data needs, demanding more energy. This pursuit of visual perfection has a hidden environmental cost, straining resources and increasing emissions. We often hear about the cloud. It's a term that suggests something ethereal and weightless. But this concept masks a very solid and physical reality: data centers. These are the real engines of our digital world, with an insatiable appetite for power. These servers work around the clock, storing and processing data. All this computing generates an immense amount of heat. Data centers have to be kept cool, requiring industrial-scale cooling systems. This has led to a global construction boom of new, larger, and more powerful data centers. Our collective digital hoarding has a real-world consequence. The weightless cloud has a very heavy footprint on our planet. The cloud is a network of physical buildings, data centers. Inside, endless rows of server racks stretch out. These machines never sleep, processing the flow of information. Servers compute and store data, generating heat. Cooling systems are crucial, consuming nearly as much energy as the servers themselves. As data demand skyrockets, so does the need for more data centers. Their power consumption strains local grids, making energy efficiency a critical issue. Artificial intelligence is transforming our world, but its power comes at a steep energy cost. Training large AI models requires weeks of non-stop computation on thousands of processors, consuming as much electricity as hundreds of homes. As AI models grow more complex, their energy demands skyrocket, fueling a race for ever larger supercomputing clusters. Even after training, billions of daily AI interactions, like chatbots and image generators, add up to a massive ongoing energy drain. The convenience of AI is powered by a vast, energy-intensive infrastructure. This creates a paradox. AI can help solve energy challenges, but its own growth is a major driver of global electricity demand. The industry must balance innovation with sustainability, or risk making AI a new engine of carbon emissions. Every AI-powered service we use is part of this energy equation. The future of AI depends not just on smarter algorithms, but on smarter energy choices. The question is, can we make AI sustainable before its appetite outpaces our ability to power it? Cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, has unleashed a digital gold rush with a massive energy footprint. Mining these currencies means running specialized computers around the clock, burning through electricity to solve complex puzzles. A single Bitcoin transaction can use more energy than a household does in weeks. Globally, Bitcoin's annual energy use rivals that of entire countries. Miners chase cheap power, often relying on fossil fuels, which ties crypto directly to carbon emissions. Massive mining farms strain local grids and sometimes revive old polluting power plants. While some cryptocurrencies seek greener alternatives, the biggest players remain energy hungry. Supporters call it the price of a new financial system. Critics see it as a colossal waste. No matter your view, cryptocurrency's environmental impact is real and growing. The virtual gold rush is leaving a very real mark on our planet. Every smartphone or laptop starts deep in the earth, built from a complex mix of metals and rare elements. Mining these materials is energy-intensive and often environmentally destructive, leaving scars on landscapes and communities. Extracted minerals travel thousands of miles to factories, where refining and chip-making consume vast amounts of electricity and water. Assembling a device is a global effort, with each step adding to its carbon footprint before it's even turned on. The sleek gadget in your hand hides a long, energy-heavy journey of extraction, transport, and manufacturing. This embodied energy is a hidden cost of our digital lives. The true price of a device isn't just what you pay at the store. It's the environmental toll paid by the planet. Every new gadget is a product of global effort and significant impact. Our digital convenience is built on a foundation of resource-intensive processes. Understanding this backstory is key to grasping the real cost of our technology. The tech industry thrives on constant upgrades, fueling a cycle of consumption and waste. Each year brings new devices, marketed as must-haves, making last year's models feel obsolete. This relentless upgrade culture multiplies the energy and resources needed for mining, manufacturing, and shipping. Frequent replacements accelerate environmental impact, as each device repeats the entire energy-intensive process. Many gadgets are designed to be hard to repair, pushing us to buy new instead of fixing old. Planned obsolescence guarantees sales, and a steady stream of e-waste. The excitement of new tech often overshadows the environmental cost of rapid turnover. Is a slightly better camera worth the planetary expense of a new device? By chasing the latest features, we're complicit in a system that values novelty over sustainability. The real question: can we break the upgrade treadmill before it breaks the planet? When our devices die, most end up as e-waste, one of the world's fastest-growing waste streams. Millions of tons of discarded electronics pile up each year, often in developing countries with lax regulations. Workers, sometimes children, dismantle devices in hazardous conditions, releasing toxic substances into the environment. E-waste sites contaminate air, soil, and water, posing severe health risks to communities. Ironically, these discarded gadgets are rich in valuable metals and rare elements. Failing to recycle means throwing away resources and fueling more destructive mining. Our throwaway culture perpetuates a broken, wasteful system. The polished device in your hand ends its life as toxic refuse hidden from view. The e-waste crisis is the final, ugly chapter of our digital consumption. To understand the true cost of technology, we must confront the waste we leave behind. Experts warn that our digital energy use is rising fast, rivaling the world's top consuming countries. The explosion of devices, streaming, AI, and crypto is creating a perfect storm of demand. Efficiency gains in devices can't keep up with our growing appetite for data and services. Much of this digital infrastructure still runs on fossil fuels, directly contributing to climate change. Tech giants are investing in renewables, but that's only half the solution. We must also curb our demand for endless digital growth. The numbers are clear. Our digital world is pushing energy systems to their limits. Experts urge us to look beyond the cloud and see the heavy industry behind every click. The call is for energy literacy, understanding the real-world impact of our digital lives. The future depends on making smarter choices before convenience overwhelms sustainability. Alongside expert warnings, we hear passionate environmental advocates. They witness the consequences of our digital consumption, connecting smartphone demand to devastated rare earth mines. For them, it's an issue of environmental justice, urging responsibility from corporations. Their plea is for a circular economy, designing devices for longevity and recyclability, demanding a right to repair, empowering consumers to fix devices, reducing e-waste. Environmental groups pressure tech giants for supply chain transparency and renewable energy commitments. The advocates' plea is a moral one, urging us to see hidden connections and demand better. Their message: shared responsibility and collective action for systemic change. Ultimately, the conversation must also include us, the everyday users. For most of our lives, the energy behind our screens has been completely invisible. We tap, swipe, and stream without a second thought for the complex chain of events we are setting in motion. A typical user, when confronted with the facts, often expresses a mixture of shock and disbelief. The realization that their seemingly harmless digital habits have a tangible environmental impact can be a powerful moment of awakening. It shifts the perception of technology from something magical to something material. This new awareness can lead to small but meaningful changes in behavior and a broader philosophy of digital minimalism. This personal awakening is a critical piece of the puzzle. The collective actions of billions of users can create a powerful cultural shift. The journey from an unconscious user to a conscious digital citizen begins with a single question: what is the true cost of this click? We've explored the hidden world powering our digital lives, revealing the energy consumption, manufacturing impact, and e-waste crisis. It's a sobering picture, but we aren't powerless. The path isn't about abandoning technology, but embracing mindfulness and efficiency. It's a journey towards digital sobriety. Simple acts of digital hygiene can start us on this path. Lower screen brightness, turn off devices, and choose standard definition when streaming. These small actions add up. Reconsider consumption, repair devices, and support companies designing for durability. Extend this mindset to our data. Be deliberate about cloud storage. Delete unnecessary files. These choices build a more sustainable digital life. Individual actions must be supported by larger, systemic change. Technology companies have a profound responsibility to lead the transition to a sustainable future. This means powering operations with renewable energy, designing products that last and are easy to repair. Governments can establish strong environmental standards, mandating energy efficiency. Investing in e-waste recycling is essential to recover valuable materials. Governments can steer the industry toward a more circular model, Our online lives and the health of our planet are linked. The convenience we enjoy today must not come at the expense of a habitable planet tomorrow. By recharging our awareness, we can recharge our future in a more sustainable way. The power to change is in our hands.